Hello and welcome to another Focus On video. So I've been doing these Focus On videos looking at mostly local breweries, but it will expand to breweries across the country that I know of. So today's brewery, well, I'm wearing the hat. Castle Rock Brewery, and going to drink one of their mega beers. Screech Owl, modern traditional beer, American IPA, 5.5%. I remember when it came into Sainsbury's back in 2012 as part of the Great British Beer Festival. My Sainsbury's, I was on the booze section at the time. I was basically in charge of the booze section, but not paid to be in charge. It's one of those things where you are in charge, but you're not. So, first brewed in 2008, Screech Owl has become a firm favourite in Castle Rock's core range of beers. It has all the hallmarks of a classic IPA. Fresh, bright, citrus, hoppy, full-bodied mouthfeel, and is a refreshing but balanced bitterness and finish. Served cool but not cold. There you go. So it's been in the house actually, so it's quite nice. It's not, I won't say it's cold, and it's roundabout chilled, but I'm good with that. So Castle Rock Brewery, what can I say? Harvest Pale really put Castle Rock on the map when it won the Champion Beer of Britain. Would like to see Hemlock Bitter, if that's what it's called. Found it in the Victoria Hotel. Yeah, one of my favourite breweries, without a shadow of a doubt. Castle Rock were the brewery, and Harvest Pale, the beer that got me into the world of cask beers. I had drank Mansfield Bitter before that, but that was on a slow progression downhill. And so yeah, Harvest Pale, and absolutely on cask, it is sublime. Especially when the pubs have sorted out their. I mean, you go into any Castle Rock pub, it will taste, as immense as it always tastes. But anyway, yeah, Castle Rock. Wow, absolutely got friends there, who work there, and an amazing amount of pubs just in the Nottingham city centre. We're talking the Vat and Fiddle, which is the Castle Rock tap. Great range of beers on there, keg and cask. The place for Castle Rock's yard party, went there last year, had the most amazing of times. It was an amazing day. We had a great day. Hoping to get there on the Friday this year instead of the Saturday. Whether I go on my own and do a review and do reviews, I'm at that stage now in my review world where I don't really care who's around me anymore. I'm getting there. I always feel a bit lonely if I'm on my own, but there you go. But yeah, definitely looking to go down on the Friday this year because a lot of the trade are there, so I'm looking forward to that. Talking to the trade and seeing how they're going, and a lot of collabs last year. What did impress me last year was the amount of local breweries that were brought in, and the pubs went to these breweries and did collabs. Maybe one day a beer review I might get on the app. But anyway, back on with it. Yeah, Castle Rock, and in a time where during COVID, I was really worried. I'd heard worrying, like most breweries, the future was so uncertain and scary. But they came out of that. They've came out quite strong. I personally think their collaboration with Emperor's Brewery. I went to the charity night. It was a great night. I actually did a few reviews while I was there as well. And I've got a clear blueprint for my channel now, and that is 1 minute reviews when I'm out and about. Not when I'm in the beer room, obviously. I talk as much as I like now and don't care. But hey ho. That's some beer, that is. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, like I say, in the city centre, you've got Vat and Fiddle, you've got Canal Side Bar, another great bar next to the canal, with two canal barges in the bar. Absolutely stunning. You've got the Barley Twist, which is, it's like a trendy. You got the downstairs. I never went downstairs, but it's like a trendy craft beer bar with a stunning. All these bars have got craft beer fridges. Barley Twist has got the best out of the craft beer fridges. They also have got the Pilot Project. The Pilot Project is an amazing bit of kit, small trial kit that thankfully is being utilised now, predominantly for the Barley Twist. I would love to brew an impy on there, big impy, yeah, Wraggy Avenue. Oh, wouldn't that be an impy? But anyway, yeah, yeah, big imperial plum porter. There you go. It's just me. It's just me. But anyway, back to the pubs, and then you go around the city centre. You come out of the city centre. You've got Lincolnshire Poacher on the Mansfield Road, literally behind where I used to live. I used to live behind the Lincolnshire Poacher when it was called the Little Grey Nag's Head. And there's a story behind that, but I'll have to share that with you. Not when I'm doing a focus on Castle Rock, because there's a naughtiness to it, so I won't say any further. But that's for a Wraggy's live one day. Please, if you see me on a Wraggy's live or you see me in a pub, I'll tell you more. There was an element to it that was both naughty and also pleasing, but not pleasing, you know, in a conventional sense. Anyway, a great pub with a great cask and craft beer range, and also a great whiskey beer range. You've also got the Bread and Bitter on Mapley Top, literally a mile and a half up the road from where I live. And sadly, I've only been there once in about 5 years. Do need to get back there. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's not because I don't want to support pubs. It's very hard to get to pubs. Time, money. You know, there's lots of and going out with other people as well, and not putting my will on them. Oh, I want to go here. You know, I don't do that. You know, apart from my wife, she's good. But they've opened up a new pub, 2 new pubs in the last year. So the News Hound, I think it's in the Meadows area of Nottingham, and the former landlady of the Vat and Fiddle, I forgot her name. I do apologise. I've absolutely forgot her name. Lovely young lady, about this high. Oh, it'll come to me later when I finish the review. I can see it, but I just can't pick it off my tongue. And then there's the pub in Newark as well, with Yup Beer. So it is amazing. I think 22 pubs now. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I do apologise. I think Castle Rock now do 22 pubs, and they send their beer across to the local pubs and micro pubs and across the country. So they are a pub. And I do notice this with pubs, where some pubs will not locally will not stock beers from another local because there's one of their pubs around the corner. That to me is the wrong way of doing it. That to me says, I've got their pubs, but you don't have to go to their pubs. So in some ways they're defeating themselves. But you know, and for me, the pubs now, they're all part of a family. The family is, you've got the pubs that, you know, have a family, dogs, family, and then you've got your boozy lager pubs. I don't go in boozy lager pubs. I've stopped doing that. Stopped doing that 5-6 years ago. Before I did beer reviews, made my mind up. I'm not going in them pubs anymore. Not having it. They're for a certain generation. It's not my generation. Don't care. I go in pubs where I feel safe, and that's what Castle Rock pubs are. They're the pubs that you feel safe in. The pubs where there's a great range of craft, keg, cask. In some of the pubs, there's amazing food as well. You know, dependent on the pub you go in, because obviously kitchens and stuff. But yeah, Castle Rock for me, if I'm, you know, when I look at the pubs, and I'll always remember I did a review of Screech Owl. And this is an amazing thing. I did a review of Screech Out, and it was a good review. It's one of them reviews you do, and I really got into it. Really did, I think, a positive and a vibrant review in a Guinness glass. And I had somebody, I think it was a promotional company, who Castle Rock must deal with, say to me, "We loved your review, but we'd like you to do the same review in a Guinness, in a Castle Rock glass." And since then, I've got a bit of a friendship towards with Castle Rock. But I've not really, for the last year. It's been very quiet, gotta be honest. But through Paul, who works as a delivery driver, cracking bloke from the Long Eaton area of Nottingham, and as a friend of the channel, I don't call anybody a subscriber because I hate that word, but as a friend of the channel, you know, I was already a big fan of Castle Rock, as I am with all the local breweries. I've got no negativity towards any locals. One, because these pubs are local. I'm Nottingham. Castle Rock is Nottingham, and I've absolute, hand on heart. I forgot about the Fox and Grapes as well, which is in Nottingham City Centre. But hand on heart, I absolutely love the brewery and the beers and the fact that they're having great collabs. Love to see these collabs. Love to see them doing collabs. And this is where the pilot kit comes into play, because the pilot kit for breweries that are smaller, like your nanos, a Castle Rock, say Sauce House, Reckless Dweeb, Linear Brewing Company, Urban Chicken on the pilot kit would be amazing. Although Urban Chicken's actually quite a big deal these days, but wink wink. But yeah, it's an amazing brewery with a big history, and whoever lives in the Isle of Man loves his Castle Rock beers. I presume he's one of the founders of Castle Rock, because my old mate Slurpee, who does beer reviews in Isle of Man, says that there's a pub over there. I can't remember the name of the pub, but you get a lot of Castle Rock there, and I think it's one of the founders of Castle Rock, or shareholders, or whatever. So that's interesting. But anyway, it's an amazing brewery. I'm really excited to see where they go next. They've got Colin at the helm. He's a lovely bloke. First time I ever met him was when he came to my door, knocked on the door, and I didn't know who he was at the time. I know Castle Rock, obviously, and this is after that conversation about doing the Screech Owl review, and he bought 2 beers and a glass, and such a nice bloke. And to think that this is the bloke in charge, the CEO of a really big brewery, 22 pubs, lots and lots of staff, lots of people brewing the beer and what. And I have such admiration for the brewery, and whenever they want the Wraggy to be part of anything, they only ever have to put the word forward, and I'll be there for obvious reasons. But yeah, amazing brewery. I'm looking forward to the future. Hopefully, like all breweries, it's a difficult winter. It's truly difficult. But to literally open 2 pubs in the last 6 months shows that they are progressive. They're moving forward. There's new beers coming out. I like to see variation of beers, and maybe something like an experimental brew thing going off. I know that the Barley Twist / Pilot Project beers are experimental, so I like that. But also thinking out of the box, local collabs, that sort of thing. Mini beer festivals, like I've said before, a nano beer festival down at the Fat and Fiddle would be amazing. So, even though I do keep it quiet, I am quite quiet at times. Mental health is awful. It is what it is. Can't win it. Have to carry on. But Castle Rock Brewery, keep doing what you're doing, team. For all the team, from everybody, who works as a glass collector, as a cleaner, to the brewery staff, to the managers, everyone up to the director and the owners, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, doing a great job. Proud of my Nottingham heritage. Cheers up.